I'm Jo Cormac. I'm subject coordinator for the MA in music whilst Alex Wilson is on research leave. My research interests focus on the symphonic music of Liszt and his work as conductor of the Weimar Court Theatre. So I'm interested in the theatricality of Liszt's orchestral music and the ways in which the productions he was involved in Weimar in the theatre influenced his symphonic music. So things like how opera and melodrama and various acting styles and oratorio, all of these staged genres, how they influenced his orchestral writing. The other aspect of my research is in music biography. So I'm interested in the ways in which composers' lives are mythologised and embellished and using anecdotes that are not necessarily true, but they tell us something significant about composers' lives and influence the ways in which we understand their music. Research always informs the teaching on the master's programme at Oxford Brookes. And it's closely linked to our research units. So we have research units in opera, popular music, and sonic arts and composition. And students on the master's programme are always involved in the activities of the research units. So they always help organise conferences for the Alberto Conference. The popular music research unit has various study days. And the Sonic Arts Research Unit has an audiograph festival which students help organise, and they also showcase their own work in it. On the MA in Music, students can choose a number of different pathways to study, and these are all linked to research specialisms in the departments and with the research units themselves. So students choose to follow the popular music pathway, which involves pop music and film music, or they can study the music on stage and screen pathway, which is film music and opera, or the 19th century music pathway, or the composition and sonic arts pathways. So they're taught by experts in their fields, and the lecturers all bring their own research into the teaching. Students all take a research skills module to begin with, where they meet students on all the different pathways, which is a good opportunity to share ideas and learn about things outside your immediate interest. Then they go on to take their specialist modules in whatever pathway they've chosen. And then they also will have the opportunity from next year to take a professional experience module, where we'll try and find a placement that's in the area of work that the student's interested in. So we're establishing partnerships with various arts organisations, including venues, opera houses, concert venues, gig venues, and also publishing, so journals and music magazines, and various composition placements as well. So students, whatever their research interest, will be able to have a placement that will help prepare them for the working world after their degree. The final module that master's students take is the dissertation or major composition project. And this is a great opportunity for students to do an in-depth piece of research in an area of interest, which might build on a module they've already taken, or it might be something completely new that hasn't been catered for elsewhere on the course. They're allocated a supervisor who's an expert in their field, but they also have a lot of autonomy to shape the dissertation project how they wish to and get some experience of doing some real in-depth research. If they're on the composition pathway, the equivalent module is the major composition project, which again is quite similar in that students are placed with a supervisor, and they also have a lot of autonomy to decide what kind of style they want to compose in. And this could be anything. We've had students doing operas in the past, or songwriting projects, or projects for various different types of ensembles and different styles. So the dissertation and composition project is kind of the crowning module of the whole master's, where students really get to showcase their skills and develop an area of interest. Students on the MA in Music also have opportunities to do research-related activities outside of their seminars and lectures, and lots of these are run by students themselves. So there's a student-led discussion group that meets regularly throughout the term, in which students present their research and their work in progress and feedback to their peers. And they also invite students from other institutions to come along and present about their research as well. So it's a good way for students to meet other postgraduates at other institutions as well. We also have a popular music listening group, which is quite an informal thing that takes place on lunchtimes as well, with staff and students, and different people choose a track each week, and we listen to it and discuss it as a group. And our final thing we do is we have an opera trip for the people on the opera pathway, which involves going down to London, usually to the English National Opera, to see an opera that we're also going to be discussing in class as well.